We're moving forward. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll call to order the regular meeting of February 18th, 2026. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker.
Here.
Commissioner Beck.
Here.
Commissioner Chauncey.
Here.
Commissioner Eversol.
Here.
Commissioner Graham.
I'm here.
Commissioner Helton.
Here.
Dr. Highlander.
Here.
Dr. Mackey.
You'll be late.
Commissioner Sharp.
Here.
Commissioner Shipley.
Here.
Chairman Smith.
Here. Our invocation and pledge will be by Commissioner Eversol. Please rise.
Commissioner Highlander will be leading us in our invocation, and I'll lead us in our pledge. So Commissioner Highlander.
Let's pray. Gracious God, we thank you for all your blessings that you've given us in this free country. Lord, guide us and strengthen us and give us wisdom. Lord, help the decisions that are made here to be made for the good of the people. Thank you, Lord, for all your blessings, for living in this county, the state, and this country. Lord, and give us your guidance. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Face the flag, render the proper salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag
The United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you. We have no presentations this afternoon. Minutes needing entered and recorded for January 28, 2026 recess meeting, January 28, 2026 agenda meeting, February 4th, 2026 regular meeting. What's the will of the commission? Move for approval. Second. All right, I've got a motion by Commissioner Baker, second by Commissioner Highlander. Lights, roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Commissioner Beck.
Yes.
Commissioner Chauncey.
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham.
Yes.
Commissioner Helton.
Yes.
Dr. Highlander.
Yes.
Dr. Mackey absent. Commissioner Sharp.
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley.
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes. Thank you. Reports, we have 3 reports entered into the record. Madam Clerk,
Will do, Chairman.
thank you. Takes us to resolutions. Madam Clerk, please read 226-11.
Resolution 226-11, a resolution to approve and accept applications for notary public positions, the bonds and oaths of notaries previously elected, and the oaths of deputy sheriffs.
Got a motion by Commissioner Highlander, second by Commissioner Graham. See no lights. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Commissioner Beck.
Yes.
Commissioner Chauncey.
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham. Commissioner Helton.
Yes.
Dr. Highlander. Dr. Mackey absent. Commissioner Sharp.
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley.
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes. Thank you. 226-11 passes. Madam Clerk, without objection, please bundle 226-12 and 226-30.
Resolution 226-12, a resolution making an appropriation to Appison Elementary School in the amount of $1,000 from general fund travel discretionary monies as allotted to District 7.
Motion to approve.
Hang on. We're bundling.
Oh, okay.
Resolution 226-30, a resolution making an appropriation to Central High School in the amount of $1,000 from general fund travel discretionary monies as allotted to District 4.
Got a motion to approve by Commissioner Helton, second by Commissioner Beck. No lights. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Commissioner Beck.
Yes.
Commissioner Chauncey.
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham.
Yes.
Commissioner Helton.
Yes.
Dr. Highlander.
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp.
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley.
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes. Thank you. Resolutions 226-12 and 226-30 pass. Madam Clerk, please read 226-13.
Resolution 226-13, a resolution requesting the Hamilton County State Delegation to introduce a private act to impose term limits on the offices of Hamilton County Mayor and Hamilton County Commissioner and to submit the act for referendum approval by the citizens of Hamilton County.
Motion to approve.
All right, I have a motion by Commissioner Helton, second by Commissioner Shipley. Commissioner Helton, I see your light, sir.
Last week, there were several members of the commission who wanted a little more time to look at this. We had spoke about deferring to a specific date. Is that the will of the commission still?
It's up to you. You have the floor.
Kind of want to straw poll on this to see how they want to proceed.
You want me to go around? You want me to go around the lights? Listen to comments, and then we'll come back to you.
Quickly.
Commissioner
Okay.
Sharp?
I'm not a big fan of term limits. I think it's a prescription to basically address symptoms and not underlying causes that people are most frustrated with. I could expand upon that quite a bit more. I do think, however, that most people look at it as the solution when it's really just a kind of a shortcut way. I think it takes away people's ability to choose who represents them. It breaks down our democratic process. I think it certainly should have more debate, and I think time could provide the opportunity for that. If this board was willing to engage in that, I think it could be a very good process for bringing our community into the conversation and helping people understand the true impact, short-term and long-term, that, term limits would have. But if this resolution is to be voted on today, and I would support that extension on it, but if we are to vote on this, I would like to offer an amendment to the resolution. And the amendment that I would like to offer, I've discussed this, pulled some records since 1980. This body has sent 10 or 12 private acts to the state of Tennessee. I believe only one of those private acts has been brought back to Hamilton County in the form of a referendum, and that's because it's required to, and that's the liquor by the drink. The others are not required to come back in that form, and have been brought back to the commission to be enacted by a supermajority vote of the county commission, as it is sent in the same manner that it was sent to Nashville. It is received and voted on by supermajority vote. So whatever we do with it, we do with it. But I would offer an amendment to this resolution. And I don't know the exact wording, and I could probably use some help with from the attorney on this, but so that it would be that the private act would come back from the state legislature to be voted on, not in referendum, but by a supermajority vote of the county commission. I think it's been expressed by multiple people that the majority of our community believes in term limits, and they may also not fully understand the implications of those term limits. But if that's what the people want, and we know that that's what the people want, then I don't know why we would need to wait till November for a referendum, particularly when this body can confirm that what we send to Nashville is exactly what we get back and put into law here in Hamilton County. So I would offer the amendment that that the private act come back to the county commission to be confirmed by a supermajority vote. If the will on the commission is there for it, and I would need a second for that.
We have a motion on the floor
I'll second.
with a second. Hold on, we're still getting to lights. All right, Commissioner Sharp, you've got a motion on the floor. Commissioner Mackey, you are the second. I'm going to keep running to lights.
I need a water.
Commissioner Highlander.
Thank you, Chairman. Madam Attorney, Mr. Sharp normally does his homework, but I want to make sure, is that an option for us to receive this back and vote it on as a supermajority and save time and not have is that an option for us?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Commissioner Mackey.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, an observation. it seems that over the years, the commission seems to want to relinquish more and more of its authority to other outside entities. And so I feel like we ought to make our own decisions as opposed to waiting for somebody else to make those decisions for us.
Good, sir. Commissioner Graham.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, since you're taking the straw poll, and I appreciate my colleague explaining it that way, and I understand what he's saying. But so many people that I've talked to are looking forward to this on a referendum. So many people that want to vote on it. So something of this magnitude, I think we ought to let, if the state, if it comes back positively from the state, I think we put it on the referendum and we let the people vote. We let the people vote. So, I mean, that's where I'm at. I mean, I'm going to support this resolution today to send it to the state legislator, and I'm going to support putting it on the ballot in November. So I think we let the people vote. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Commissioner Shipley.
Commissioner Graham pretty well said everything I'm gonna say. Let the people make the decision. They're the one that puts us up here. They're the one that takes us out. There was a poll done. It seemed to be what the people wanted. So that's all I have to say.
Mr. Beck.
Mr. Chairman, are these comments considered a straw poll, or we just, or what?
It's totally up to you, how you would like to comment, sir, whether you support it or do not at this point.
Thank you.
Commissioner Helton.
I understand the reservations of something coming back from our state legislature, but I think that's kind of a red herring. I don't know how many of those things that we've sent to the state legislature have actually come back different. I for one trust all 5 members and both senators to do the will of the people of Hamilton County. They serve the citizens as well. And I agree with Commissioner Graham on this one. I think we need to put it to the people. I think there's overwhelming support on both parties. And if it's on the ballot in November, that's ample time for us to explain our positions, pro and con, and let them make the decision. The electorate's intelligent. Thank you.
All right, I see no further lights. So, Madam Clerk, we have a motion on the floor by Commissioner Sharp, a second by Commissioner Mackey to change the verbiage that it would be this body that votes on the item returning. So on that amendment, gentlemen, is what we'll be voting on. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Commissioner Baker,
I could go either way on it. Either way, I'm gonna go yes on the amendment.
Commissioner Beck,
Yes.
Commissioner Chauncey,
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol,
Clarity on this, on the vote. So we're voting on the amendment.
the amendment is to require the commission to approve the private act by 2/3 vote.
Not referendum.
So not referendum. Okay. Either way, we need to pass this. So, yes, I'm good with it.
Commissioner Graham? No. Commissioner Helton,
No.
Dr. Highlander,
I could go either way, but I'll vote yes.
Commissioner, Dr. Mackey,
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp,
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley,
No.
Chairman Smith.
No.
Yes,
Clerk?
prevail.
All right, so the amendment passes. So now we need to vote on the item as amended.
Correct.
Still no further lights. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Beck,
Yes.
Commissioner Chauncey,
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham,
Yes.
Commissioner Helton,
Yes.
Dr. Highlander.
Yes.
Dr. Mackey,
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp,
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley,
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes. All right, 226-13 passes as amended. All right, moving on, Madam Clerk, please read 226-14.
Resolution 226-14, a resolution to transfer certain appropriations budgeted in the fiscal year 2026 Hotel-motel Fund from the Chattanooga Tourism Company to the Sports and Events Corporation.
All right, thank you.
Move for approval.
Got a motion by Commissioner Baker, second by Commissioner Shipley. Seeing no lights, Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Beck, Commissioner Chauncey,
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol,
Pass.
Commissioner Graham,
Yes.
Commissioner Helton,
Yes.
Dr. Highlander,
Pass.
Dr. Mackey,
Pass.
Commissioner Sharp,
Pass.
Commissioner Shipley,
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes.
Going back to the pass, Commissioner Eversol,
Yes.
Dr. Highlander,
Yes.
Dr. Mackey,
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp,
Yes.
resolution passes.
Thank you. T 26-14 passes. All right, Madam Clerk, let's jump down to the two late items that we'd had added. And we're going to bundle those without objection, 226-31 and 226-32, please.
Resolution 226-31, a resolution authorizing the Office of Economic and Community Development to apply for an Economic Development Administration fiscal year 25 disaster supplemental implementation grant for capital construction of the Franklin Roberts Future Ready Center in an amount not to exceed $20 million with a 20% match required. Resolution 226-32, a resolution authorizing the Office of Economic and Community Development to apply for an Economic Development Administration fiscal year 25 disaster supplemental implementation grant in an amount not to exceed $5 million with a 20% match required.
Okay. I've got a motion by Commissioner Graham, a second by Commissioner Highlander. I have one light, but Commissioner Sharp, if you don't mind, may I ask Ms. LaBeouf to come and explain this first, and then we go to lights? Thank you. Ms. LaBeouf, these are late items. I'd like a little explanation on them, please, for the commission.
Yes, sir. So this is related to the grant that already came before this body for the 50 million. The difference is really technical. There's different options in applying for this grant. In the first approach, I went big and I envisioned the 50 million. We're really a better fit for level 2, which is breaking out into 2 smaller grants. So no like change in direction, more technical alignment. And in order to apply for the grant, I need the resolutions to directly mirror the way that I'm approaching the grant.
Commissioner Sharp, do you still have hold on just a moment. I do have a follow-up if Commissioner Sharp does not.
No, Chairman, I guess that answers fine. It just kind of threw me for a little bit of disaster grant. How does this apply exactly?
So the way that it works is under certain federal disaster declarations is what qualifies your county.
Okay.
And so we'll be talking about economic resilience.
You good, sir?
Chairman, thank you.
Commissioner Graham, I see your light, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Alexa, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for looking out for us. You have brought a lot to this county in the way of grants, and you're applying for them left and right, and we greatly appreciate that. But more importantly, something of this magnitude, especially with a partial match, I appreciate you coming and explaining it to us, but I also appreciate, you've called us to explain it to us, but you brought it to us before you actually applied, so we can discuss it before you get out there. And we've asked for that for years, for people to bring them to us, so we're made aware of it, and so we know what's coming or may not be coming, or what to look for if we have to come up with our part of the match.
Yes,
So
sir.
thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I have one follow-up.
Yes, sir.
Madam Attorney, we passed a resolution already allowing the application of this for a specific amount. These are 2 new resolutions. These are not changes to the existing one. Do we need to take action to negate the original resolution since this is a replacement? These 2 are actually a replacement of the first one is what I understood. I just want to make sure there's not an expectation to take action on the first if we're replacing it with these 2.
That is not my understanding, but Janie,
I wouldn't think so, but let me double check with Alexa and see the differences.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so either, but I don't want it left hanging out there just to be
Right.
sure. So if you would let us know.
We'll
that would be
take care of it if it needs to be.
great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Graham, I see your late light, sir.
Sorry, but Mr. Chairman, I have a question for you, actually, or maybe it's Alexa, but wouldn't this make us, since we're just applying, wouldn't this make us eligible for these 2 and also the one you applied for? I mean, it just keeps us in the eligibility pool. So like you said, it's probably a better fit for stage two, but we're still eligible for stage one if the application is still valid, right? I mean,
It doesn't sound like we're going to apply for the first one.
I thought you already did.
No,
okay, that's
in the
right.
process of getting our application together is when we're like, let's make a technical pivot.
Yeah. So no action was taken
So
on the
no
first
action-
resolution that
so
we
no
passed.
application was, all right, so this is.
That was my
like the first
concern, just
one.
to make sure.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
We'll follow up.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
I
for reminding
appreciate
me.
it. And thank
Thank
you
you.
very much for realigning.
Thank you.
All right. That ends resolutions for committee as a whole. So we will move on to our other committees. The Education Committee, Commissioner Graham, you have 3 resolutions, sir.
Chairman,
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, Madam Clerk.
we need to vote on 31 and 32.
I guess we should vote on that first. I was all excited about moving forward with that grant. Sorry. Why we count on Ms. Weaver.
Ready?
All right, we're ready, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Baker?
Yes.
Commissioner Beck?
Yes.
Commissioner Chauncey?
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol?
Yes.
Commissioner Graham?
Yes.
Commissioner Helton?
Yes.
Dr. Highlander?
Yes.
Dr. Mackey?
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp?
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley? Chairman Smith?
Yes, thank you. 226-31 and 226-32 pass. Now we'll move on to our committees. Education Committee, Commissioner Graham, you have 3 resolutions, sir. Starts with 226-15.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Madam Clerk, can you read 226-15, please?
Resolution 226-15, a resolution to amend the school's federal projects fund budget by $15,990,638, appropriating fund balance of $8,763,418, and adding $7,227,220 to the fiscal year 2025 to 2026 budget, to amend the self-funded projects fund budget by $33,370,588, appropriating fund balance of $473,250, and adding $32,897,338 to the fiscal year 2025 to 2026 budget, to amend the general purpose fund budget by $27,699,100, appropriating fund balance of $18,020,097, and adding $9,679,003 of revenue to the fiscal year 2025 to 2026 budget, to amend the school nutrition fund budget by $821,116, appropriating fund balance of $821,116 to the fiscal year 2025 to 2026 budget.
Woo, take a breath.
Yeah, that's good.
Gentlemen, this sounds like we're really throwing a lot of money around. We're not. What this does is, and if you'll remember, we've done this every year. What this does is throughout the year, and that's why I don't see anybody here from the school system. I don't think they really need to be here. You do? Oh, well, this just trues up what they've already done. This doesn't change the maintenance of effort. This just trues up their bookkeeping for different revenues that have been moved around and already been approved. So we talked about this thoroughly with the school system last week, and I recommend that we approve it. So I make a motion to approve.
All right. Got a motion by Commissioner Graham, second by Commissioner Highlander. Now let's roll call, please.
Yes.
Commissioner Beck?
Yes.
Commissioner Chauncey?
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol?
Yes.
Commissioner Graham?
Yes.
Commissioner Helton?
Yes.
Dr. Highlander?
Yes.
Dr. Mackey?
Yes.
Sharp?
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley? Chairman Smith?
Yes, 226-15 passes.
And can we just bundle 226-16 and 226-17?
Yes.
Would that be all right? Sure.
Resolution 226-16, a resolution to appropriate up to $2,460,000 in 2024 A bond funds to the Hamilton County Schools for Phase 5 of deferred maintenance and facility improvements. Resolution 226-17, a resolution to authorize the Hamilton County Board of Education to utilize a construction manager at-risk procurement process and contract for construction of the Gateway Career Technical Education Building renovation.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. What this is doing is, this is spending, as it said, Phase 5. This is money that we've already appropriated for these projects. And this is the money, there's still a little bit left after this, but this is Phase 5 of those projects that we used for that $6 million that we set aside. Also, the next one is the construction manager at risk. We've decided, Todd's not here, but we decided, and we discussed this very thoroughly last week. We discussed the other one very thoroughly last week. This is a way that we're hoping that it's going to save money on these projects because it's going to lock in the prices by using this risk manager. So we'll get a more firm price. It gets us a better bang for our buck. There's a lot of counties in the state that are already doing this, so I'm kind of proud that we're starting to do this as well. So with this being talked about and discussed so thoroughly in committee last week, I make a motion that we approve.
Second.
All right, I've got a motion to approve by Commissioner Graham, second by Commissioner Chauncey. Commissioner Sharp, I see your light, sir.
Yes, Chairman, thank you. Last week I'd asked about our bond money and where we are on that account. I don't know if we received that. If we did, I don't have it. I'm just curious if I may, Chairman, address Lee.
Absolutely, yeah. Mr. Browner?
Is that something you could get to us, Lee?
Yes, my plan was to get it to you this week, or before today. I
Sure.
did not meet that plan, but I would be very surprised. It's basically done. I just had a couple items I need to edit, and you should have it tomorrow, and I'll
That-
send it to all of you.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you, Chairman. I appreciate it. Also, if there's any update on estimated costs for these projects, it's been a while since I've seen anything from that. I would just like to see an update on that. That would be helpful. If you guys have, if you're not the right person to ask for it, that's fine. I can ask someone else, but
I've reviewed these costs, at least the projections with the applicable people, and they're on this schedule that you'll be receiving tomorrow.
phenomenal. I should have known you had that already worked in, Lee. You do such a great job. Thank you. Chairman, thank you so much.
Absolutely. All right, seeing no further lights, Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Beck,
Yes.
Commissioner Chauncey.
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham.
Yes.
Commissioner Helton.
Yes.
Dr. Highlander.
Yes.
Dr. Mackey.
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp.
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley.
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes. Thank you. 226-16 and 226-17 passes. That moves us to the Public Safety Committee. Commissioner Beck, you have 4 resolutions, sir.
Madam Clerk, would you read 226-18?
Resolution 226-18, a resolution accepting the proposal of Helen Ross McNabb Center, Inc. for behavioral health services for juvenile court and authorizing the county mayor to sign any contracts necessary to implement this resolution.
And I recommend that we approve it.
Second.
All right, I've got a motion by Commissioner Beck, a second by Commissioner Mackey. Now let's roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Beck.
Yes.
Commissioner Chauncey.
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham.
Yes.
Commissioner Helton.
Yes.
Dr. Highlander.
Yes.
Dr. Mackey.
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp.
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley. Chairman Smith.
Yes. 226-18 passes.
Madam Clerk, would you read 226-19?
Resolution 226-19, a resolution accepting the proposal of Calvary Funeral Service Incorporated for forensic transport services and funeral home director services, Lane Funeral Home Culture Chapel for indigent cremation services, and NMS Labs for forensic toxicology services for the medical examiner's office, and authorizing the county mayor to sign any contracts necessary to implement this resolution.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend we approve this. This is a routine thing that we do, so I recommend we approve it.
All right, I got a motion by Commissioner Beck, second by Commissioner Highlander. Now let's roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Commissioner Beck.
Yes.
Commissioner Chauncey.
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham.
Yes.
Commissioner Helton.
Yes.
Dr. Highlander.
Yes.
Dr. Mackey. Commissioner Sharp.
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley. Chairman Smith.
Yes. 226-19 passes.
Mr. Chairman, could we bundle 226-20 and 226-21? Would you read both of them, Madam Clerk?
Resolution 226-20, a resolution to amend the fiscal year 2026 general fund revenue and expenditures budgets for the Hamilton County Emergency Medical Services by $55,200 to accept funding from the State of Tennessee Emergency Medical Services to be used to pay education training supplements in the amount of $800 each for 69 eligible employees. Resolution 226-21, a resolution to apply and accept an award in the amount of $30,303.03 from the State of Tennessee with no match required to amend the fiscal year 2026 Emergency Medical Services Revenue and Expenditures Budget and to sign any documents related to this resolution.
Mr. Chairman, the magic word is no match, and we always recommend that you approve that. Yeah.
Motion by Commissioner Beck, second by Commissioner Highlander. Let's roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Beck.
Yes.
Commissioner Chauncey,
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham.
Yes.
Commissioner Helton,
Yes.
Dr. Highlander.
Yes.
Dr. Mackey,
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp.
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley. Chairman Smith.
Yes. -20 and 226-21 pass. That takes us down to Health and Human Services. Commissioner Baker, you have 4 resolutions.
Thank you. If it's okay with everybody, I'd like to bundle 226-22, 23, 24, and 25. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Madam Clerk?
Resolution 226-22, a resolution authorizing the county mayor on behalf of Hamilton County, Tennessee, the Health and Social Services Division, operating as the Hamilton County Health Department, to sign an amended contract with the Tennessee Department of Health in the amount of $711,103.17 to provide sexually transmitted infection education, prevention, and control services in Hamilton County, and extend the end date of the contract to the full 5-year allowable term of January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2027. Resolution 226-23, a resolution authorizing the county mayor to sign a contract between the state of Tennessee, Department of Health, and Hamilton County, Tennessee, the Health and Social Services Division, operating as the Hamilton County Health Department, to provide the Supporting Prevention of Adolescents Resources Knowledge Program and to accept $300,000 for the period beginning July 1st, 2026 and ending June 30th, 2029. Resolution 226-24, a resolution authorizing the county mayor on behalf of Hamilton County, Tennessee, the Health and Social Services Division, doing business as the Hamilton County Health Department, to accept a grant from the Health Resources and Services Administration of the Federal Department of Health and Human Services in the total amount of $8,653,996 for the time period of March 1st, 2026 through February 28th, 2030, to provide healthcare services at the Homeless Healthcare Center and to increase the department's revenue and expenditures in the amount of $2,163,499 for the period of March 1st, 2026 through February 28th, 2027. Resolution 226-25, a resolution to amend the fiscal year 2026 general fund expenditures budget in the amount of $92,983 from fund balance of the general fund to be used for maintenance needs at the health department facility located on East 3rd Street.
Okay, and the first 3 are grant sourced. The last one is some maintenance issues, particularly HVAC at the health department. Make a motion for approval.
All right, I have a motion by Commissioner Baker, second by Commissioner Graham. Seeing no lights, roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Commissioner Beck.
Yes.
Commissioner Chauncey,
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham.
Yes.
Commissioner Helton,
Yes.
Dr. Highlander.
Yes.
Dr. Mackey,
Stepped out.
Commissioner Sharp,
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley. Chairman Smith.
Yes. Thank you. Resolutions 226-22, 226-23, 226-24, and 226-25 pass. That takes us to Finance and Budget Committee. Commissioner Eversol, you have 2 resolutions.
Thank you, Chairman. Madam Clerk, 226-26, please.
Resolution 226-26, a resolution authorizing the county mayor to sign a grant amendment with the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development to reallocate an additional $40,592 for the Tennessee Youth Employment Program grant, requiring no match, and to amend the Office of Economic and Community Development's fiscal year 26 revenues and expenditures budget.
And this is no match, so I would recommend we approve.
Second.
All right, I've got a motion by Commissioner Eversol, second by Commissioner Highlander. Let's roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Commissioner Beck.
Yes.
Commissioner Chauncey,
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol,
Yes.
Commissioner Graham,
Yes.
Commissioner Helton.
Yes.
Dr. Highlander.
Yes.
Dr. Mackey, Commissioner Sharp,
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley. Chairman Smith.
Yes, 226-26 passes.
Madam Clerk, 226-27.
Resolution 226-27, a resolution approving the quote from MP Acquisition LLC, doing business as Moped Group, for the purchase, delivery, and installation of autopsy equipment for the new Hamilton County Forensic Center, amounting to a total of $175,270.90, and authorizing the county mayor to sign any contracts necessary to implement this resolution.
And recommended we approve.
Second.
I've got a motion to approve by Commissioner Eversol, second by Commissioner Helton. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Beck.
Yes.
Commissioner Chauncey,
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham,
Yes.
Commissioner Helton,
Yes.
Dr. Highlander.
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp,
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley.
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes. Q 226-27 passes. That takes us down to Public Works and Zoning. Commissioner Highlander, you have two resolutions.
Thank you, Chairman. Madam Clerk, would you read 226-28, please?
Resolution 226-28, a resolution to rezone from R3 multifamily residential district with conditions to M2 whole and light industry district with conditions for parts of properties located at 6831 and 6837 Mountain View Road.
Thank you, ma'am. In a way of explanation, we had some detailed discussion last week on this, and it is my understanding that those in opposition have had their opposition met. Mr. Payne was a developer, and he went out of his way to make some. Is there anyone here in opposition today? If not, then I would recommend that we approve.
All right, I have a motion to approve by Commissioner Highlander, second by Commissioner Beck. Commissioner Eversol, I see your light, sir.
Sorry, Chairman, I must have hit that with my hand here.
No light. No other lights. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Beck.
Yes.
Commissioner Chauncey.
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol,
Yes.
Commissioner Graham,
Yes.
Commissioner Helton,
Yes.
Dr. Highlander.
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp.
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley.
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes. 226-28 passes.
Thank you very much. I would like to make a comment on this. When a developer voluntarily goes out of his or her way to meet the needs of the community, it is very much appreciated by this commissioner. I think by most commissioners, it's very much appreciated. And if you will convey that to our developer, I would appreciate that, sir. Thank you. Madam Clerk, if you would read 226-29.
Resolution 226-29, a resolution to rezone from A1 agricultural district to R1 single-family residential district with conditions for property located at 1835 Crabtree Road.
Thank you. I've been told that this is requested for deferral. Unless I'm incorrect, I see our staff nodding yes. So I would ask for a deferral on this if this is allowed.
Till March 18th.
Pardon me?
Till March 18th. Defer till March 18th.
Right. Divert until March 18th. Got a second?
I've got a deferral till March 18th by Commissioner Highlander, a second by Commissioner Chauncey. No lights, but I just do have one comment. This is in my district. This is an item that is unopposed. However, I had a few questions for the developer, and they are going back to the community just to make sure there's clear understanding of exactly what's going to take place. And that was the developer that requested the deferral on this so that they had time to do so. So with that, roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Beck.
Yes.
Commissioner Chauncey,
Yes.
Commissioner Eversol.
Yes.
Commissioner Graham.
Yes.
Commissioner Helton.
Yes.
Dr. Highlander.
Yes.
Dr. Mackey.
Yes.
Commissioner Sharp.
Yes.
Commissioner Shipley.
Yes.
Chairman Smith.
Yes. 226-29 has been deferred until March 18th. All right, with that, that's the last item on our agenda. We're going to move into announcements. Commissioner Shipley,
No announcement.
Commissioner Baker,
No announcements.
Commissioner Mackey.
Did we not do 226?
30.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Announcements. Earlier, there was comments made about the state legislature and the people making decisions. The people, they voted us in to make decisions, and sometimes they have to be difficult. But when, like the state legislature asks us to do something they're not willing to do, for example, the Sunshine Law. If they don't want to do it, please don't ask us to do it, as far as I'm concerned. Thank you, Chair.
Commissioner Beck. Commissioner Sharp.
None, sir.
Commissioner Helton.
I just wanted to thank each of you for helping me move the term limits resolution along. Got a little bit more to go, but I appreciate your help. Thank you.
Commissioner Chauncey. Commissioner Highlander.
Thank you. Got two announcements. On March 2nd, Districts 9 and 10 will be hosting a community and education forum. Hopefully, we'll have both commissioners and both school board members there. Public's invited at the Harrison Rec Center from 6 to 7:30. And a constituent in my community has announced that they're requesting a meeting of any commissioners who are able to come. And I apologize, but I have a prior commitment on March 5th at the Electrical Brotherhood Hall. from 6 to 8. And I would encourage anyone who is available to come and listen to the community members there. Thank you.
Commissioner Eversol?
Thank you, Chairman. Quick thing, and I'm sorry, blindsiding you, Mayor, but just a quick question. This is a simple one. We have our commission meetings currently on Wednesdays at 4 o'clock, but the parking garage that's free at 5 o'clock, they have to pay to park. Is there a way that we can look at and see financially what it would cost for us to say if we allowed people to park in the county parking garage at 4 so they can attend the commission meetings and don't have to pay a parking fee? I think that would be probably a good thing on our part. So just a question, if you wouldn't mind.
Seems like a very reasonable thing we can figure out.
All right, thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Appreciate it. Second thing is met with Lee today and Claire and we working on the budgets, looking at the budgets that came in. So Lee, I guess next month, in the month of March, we're going to start budget hearings a month earlier than, actually a little bit more than a month earlier than we've done in the past. So by this time next week, hopefully our goal is to be able to provide this board with who's going to be coming to those budget hearings. They're going to be on Wednesdays. Commission meeting will start at 4, but we're going to hopefully get the budget hearing started at 3. So from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, we'll have budget hearings and we'll be forced to make sure those budget hearings end on time so that we get this commission meeting started on time. So, but that, Lee, is that correct? Anything I left out?
No, sir.
So
Sounds-
we're
sounds
looking at
correct.
the month of March of doing that, to help us get ahead on some of the budget. So Lee, thank you. Claire, thank you and the team for getting those numbers together. Appreciate it. That's it.
Commissioner Graham?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just real briefly, ball season is upon us, and I know several of the rec centers in my district are looking for young men and young women to fill those teams up. But also, and I try to make this announcement every year, they need parents, whether it's parents or grandparents or neighbors or friends. They need volunteers. What really makes a rec center thrive is not just the children that are playing, but it's the people that come to help and volunteer, help with the grass, help with the trash, help with the facility. But more importantly, if we can get enough volunteers at our rec centers to help out with the concession stand is very important to the rec center. But if we can get enough parents or grandparents to come and take a shift at the concession stand, that will allow the parents that are on the teams not to have to fill a concession stand while their kids are playing ball. So if we can get enough volunteers, I know a lot of rec centers don't get enough volunteers. So I'm hoping that people that are listening, we could get it could be a school project. It could be college kids that want to come out and help the community. It could be whether you have a child there playing or not, if you're just part of that community and you want to help out, it really helps the parents to get the volunteers to help do some of those things so the parents can actually be in the stands during that game. So it's really important that we try to help them out. Also, and I know it made the paper Sunday, but I know this is coming up for a vote, so I'm not breaking the sunshine law. I'm saying it here, but I'm very excited. Thank you, Mr. Mayor and your staff. I'm very, very excited about the McDonald Farm becoming a state park. Thank you for all your hard work. Continue it. But I'm very excited about that. I think that was not only a prayer answered, but that was what we were looking for all along. So I think that's really wonderful. And I want to thank our state legislators for not just working this idea out with our mayor, but also backing it up with the revenue to get it started right away. I mean, it's not like we make it a state park and then we have to work on it for the next 20 years trying to build revenue to make everything nice out there. I think Senator Watson said it the best. It'll always be an ongoing project, right? It'll never finish. But coming to the plate with $43 million, or $45.3 million, coming to the plate with $45 million to start it off is unbelievably amazing. So, and I'm sure our state legislators are not listening, but thank you. I truly am excited about this and I truly will be supporting this. I think it's awesome for Hamilton County and it's also awesome for the surrounding counties. I know it's going to be regional. So thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Good, sir. Commissioner Shipley, I see your light, sir.
Well, prior to answer, it's been a blessing to see this happen. They don't come that often in government. And I know countywide, it's been a big win for everybody, both sides of the aisle. There's liked it, I've followed it on Facebook. All of our news media, it's a hit across the county. And the mayor's initiative, people in the state house, y'all, it's been a great job and well done. That's all.
Attorney Barnell? Mayor Wong?
Hey, I want to echo what Commissioner Helton said about y'all getting behind his, y'all liked his plan more than you like my plan. I get that. But you know, like I said a couple weeks ago, there may not be a perfect way to do it. I don't know that I ever had articulated how commission term limits might work, but it's I do think it's an act of deference and respect to the people, as Commissioner Helton pointed out, across party lines who want to see new blood on a regular basis come into county government. So regardless of the technicalities of approval, I appreciate you all getting behind Commissioner Helton there. And then Commissioner Baker stepped out. I referred to him, I showed up a few minutes late today because I was out at the expansion announcement at West Star Aviation. One of these stories that has gotten attention over the last couple decades. It was made possible over the last 10 years, I should say, made possible by a legislative change by the late Representative and State House Majority Leader Gerald McCormick and State Senator Bo Watson. They changed a state law that was crucial in us initially recruiting West Star Aviation. Commissioner Baker also serves as a commissioner on the Airport Authority. It's that airport authority that's had a vision for our airport to become a hub of jet maintenance, and it's really pretty extraordinary. The expansion we saw today, there will be 550 people employed by the time they're building out this hangar expansion. It really makes it one of the, particularly in terms of skilled trades, one of the larger employers in our community. But it's grown incrementally, and it's a heck of a scene. I mean, really, these are not small private jets; these are big jets from all around the world. And it's incredible how many of them come into hangars right here at Level Field. And so good work, Commissioner Baker. I know you've been a part of that for a while, but it was a big announcement out there. They had most of their workforce and was able to thank them on behalf of the county. And the state had an incentive in this expansion. The city and county didn't have to financially contribute, but it's encouraging to see good companies like that that are doing well here expand. So I just want to share that news.
All right. Thank you, sir. Sheriff Garrett, if you don't mind, sir, I'd like to invite you up and take a moment to introduce us to the guest you brought today, please. Good evening.
Members to the sheriff's office, if they would stand up, please. This is the newest academy of the sheriff's office, Academy 26-1. Our training, our recruiting, and our HR team works very hard every day to recruit the greatest talent to the sheriff's office, and these 13 represent that talent that I always brag about. So they began yesterday. They're with General Counsel today and tomorrow doing legal updates and class. And I always love to bring them in here and let the commission and the mayor's office meet them, see how the people's business actually works before they go inside the jail.
Excellent. Commissioner Mackey, I saw your light. Just turn it off.
I did. However, since you called, Sheriff, I look at these men and they look really disciplined. And if they serve as well as they look, we're in great shape.
Yes, sir. Well, if you Google one of them, he can hit pretty hard, I believe. Famous football player with the University of Florida. I think that speaks highly of this agency that we're recruiting talent just like these 13 gentlemen, like you talked about. I think it's also important to note that began my term with almost 70 vacancies inside the jail. And it's a give and take with attrition, but this academy represents current 7 vacancies in the jail today, funded vacancies. So thank you.
Commissioner Beck, I saw your light. Just turn it off. Very good. Sheriff, did you say 26-1?
Yeah, Academy 26-1.
I think you need to rename it 26-5, maybe 26-6 back there. Sheriff, do you mind if each of these gentlemen come by and say hello to us and shake our
Absolutely
hands?
not.
I appreciate all
Be
their
honored
hard
to.
work and interest in joining our force.
I didn't see her either.
I bet he could. Now, if he did that, I got two grandboys to take him down.
Oh, this down there. Hey, Joey.
You know, guys like that. I've seen wrestling, man, I'd go under and hit his leg.
Thank you, Sheriff, to yourself and your entire staff. We appreciate all the extra work. One final note I would like to make today, if I can. I'd like to reach out and give condolences to somebody who is a friend of probably most of the people in this room who may be unaware. Former Councilman Ledford lost his father on Monday. And for those of you that don't know, he is the closest thing to a father I've ever known. Has been that way for most of my adult life. And we often spend time after a loss to reminisce about the impact that people have had on our lives that we regret we didn't do sooner. Tom Ledford was the poster child for giving his shirt off of his back and would actually have seen him do it. Dropped everything at moment's notice if we ever needed him, and sometimes even if we didn't. My wife and I have helped and even taken in many of her former students when she taught at the high school level that were in desperate times of need for their own reasons. And while maybe we'd have done it anyways, I'd like to think that Tom was a major contributor in shaping that compassion in me to helping other people. So he wasn't a man of great means, but he was a man of great impact in the lives of those he loved. So if you would, keep the Ledford family, Smith family in your prayers. He is the only grandfather my children have ever known. And he is greatly missed and will be for some time. So thank you. With that, we will move on to any public announcements, public discussion other than zoning, starting with your name and address. Mr. Bell?
Mr. Smith? Are you ready?
Whenever you are.
Well, I didn't receive any instructions, and so I have to pause for the cause. Marty Bell, the homeless journalist, the gray hair like Fox, the man with the $1 trillion voice, hadn't been here since you've started this 4 p.m. meeting. Not much has changed. I went and picked up something here out of your court about 30 minutes ago. I hadn't seen it. many of you know there's a case, not in your court, hopefully it won't be there tomorrow, but in the appellate court, docket number 25C919. Talk about naming names and naming positions and naming different entities. I've seen more officers in uniform here than I did the entire tour that I was on here from December past February. I do a lot of singing those months. You had more uniform officers in here than I had at any of my concerts, and I've sang before about 30 to 40,000 people. It's real sad. But now, in the circuit courts of Hamilton County, Tennessee, I filed on July the 21st of last year, case of racist white supremacy. Somehow I'm getting not crazed fans that love the voice of Monty Bell when I sing, but men in this city, county, state that loves to pursue Monty Bell. I have a document right here about one such person. We don't have to call his name, but he's your city attorney. He has submitted on October the 14th, about a month after he invaded my cause. And by the way, they were so disrespectful of the homeless journalist, the gray-haired fox, the man with the $1 trillion voice, the homeless guy wouldn't even provide me with a courtroom for this despicable fraud hearing on September the 23rd of 2025. We have no idea, even to this day, how many people were present. We do know that the city attorney was not invited. So we're gonna start getting this record. Monty Bell sued the city of Chattanooga 30-something years ago for people just like I'm gonna sue the county and school system for failing to educate people. The law says when a judge recommends an attorney to tell them to go back and follow the rules of procedure, that's equivalent to telling him to go back to school.
Thank you, Mr. Bell. Is there anyone else that wishes to address the commission? No. Seeing no other business, we will be in recess until February 25th at 4 p.m.